India co-chaired this AI Action Summit along with France. Their leaders, Prime Minister Modi and President Macron, co-chaired the summit over the last couple of days. Prime Minister Modi highlighted India's success in building a digital public infrastructure for its 1.4 billion citizens based on open and accessible technology. Talking about India's AI mission, the Prime Minister said that India, considering its diversity, was building its own large language model for AI. He underlined that India was ready to share its experience to ensure that the benefits of AI reach everyone. And he announced that India will be hosting the next AI summit, that's in 2026 here in India. And he also welcomed the adoption of a decision to set up an AI fund at the consortium in Paris. So that was the gist of the briefing there. Let's continue with our news coverage here on DD India. First up, the headlines. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi pushes for collective efforts for global governance and standards at AI Action Summit in Paris. India to host the event next year. US Vice President J.D. Vance appreciates Prime Minister Narendra Modi's remarks at Paris Summit, says the US will block efforts to undermine artificial intelligence. And US President Donald Trump warns all hell will break loose if Israeli hostages are not released from Gaza by Saturday noon local time. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi delivered his opening address at the AI Summit at Le Grand Palais in Paris. India is co-chairing the AI Summit with its focus on reshaping industries and redefining the global technological landscape. Its aim is to make an inclusive, safe and trustworthy ecosystem. More than 100 countries participated at the summit to push AI forward and faster. And Prime Minister Modi said that artificial intelligence is already reshaping our economy, society and security.
AI is already reshaping our polity, our economy, our security and even our society. AI is writing the code for humanity in this century. But it is very different from other technology milestones in human history. AI is developing at an unprecedented scale and speed and being adapted and deployed even faster. There is also a deep interdependence across borders. Therefore, there is a need for collective global efforts to establish governance and standards that uphold our shared values, address risks, and build trust.
And Prime Minister Modi said that India has successfully built a digital infrastructure at a very low cost.
India has successfully built a digital public infrastructure for over 1.4 billion people at a very low cost. It is built around an open and accessible network. It has regulations and a wide range of applications to modernize our economy, reform governance, and transform the lives of our people. We have unlocked the power of data through our data empowerment and protection architecture. And we have made digital commerce democratic and accessible to all. This vision is the foundation of India's national AI mission.
And Prime Minister Modi said that India leads in AI adoption and techno-legal solutions on data privacy. India is developing AI applications for public good. He said India is ready to share its experience and expertise to ensure that AI's future is for good and for all.
Today, India leads in AI adoption and techno-legal solutions on data privacy. We are developing AI applications for public good. We have one of the world's largest AI talent pools. India is building its own large language model considering our diversity. And India is ready to share its experience and expertise to ensure that AI future is for good and for all.
In the closing session of the summit, Prime Minister Modi announced that India would host the next AI summit. He welcomed the decision of setting up an AI foundation.
I welcome the decision to set up the AI Foundation at the Council for Sustainable AI. We must also make the global partnership for AI truly global in nature. It should be more inclusive of the global South and its priorities, concerns and needs. To build on the momentum of this Action Summit, India would be happy to host the next summit.
Prime Minister Modi held talks with Estonia's President Alar Karis on the sidelines of the Paris summit. Both sides discussed a wide range of areas of mutual interest. France's President Emmanuel Macron addressed the opening session on day 2 of the summit. He said the challenge of AI is to master the technology and put it in the service of humanity.
I believe that this is exactly the challenge that we're facing with artificial intelligence. That is to say, to embrace formidable technological transformations, to succeed in mastering through new computing capacities and profound advances what artificial intelligence is and its implications in many sectors, and to do so in the service of our humanity.
Addressing the closing session of the AI summit, President Macron said that open source AI is a need of the hour. He stressed on the importance of Prime Minister Modi's point of making AI accessible to all.
If we want to trust artificial intelligence, we have to have greater and more consolidated quality data. And we want to have models, we want to have open access, but it has to be multiple access. We're all different. You can see it just looking around the auditorium here. And the example we saw from Prime Minister Modi earlier with the left hand and the right hand, we can see the different models. We want open source models and multiple sorts which reflect our diversity. Transparency of algorithms are key elements to establish trust in artificial intelligence.
U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance warned against excessive regulation of artificial intelligence at the summit. He lauded Prime Minister Modi's point of making AI humans more productive.
The Trump administration will maintain a pro-worker growth path for AI, so it can be a potent tool for job creation in the United States. And I appreciate Prime Minister Modi's point. AI, I really believe, will facilitate and make people more productive. It is not going to replace human beings. It will never replace human beings. AI, we believe, is going to make us more productive, more prosperous, and more free.
And world leaders posed for a group photograph as the AI Action Summit in Paris drew to a close on Tuesday. In a special media briefing by India's Ministry of External Affairs on Prime Minister Modi's visit to France, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a bilateral meeting on the sidelines of the AI Action Summit with the President of Estonia.
The Prime Minister today held a bilateral meeting on the sidelines of the AI Summit with the President of Estonia, His Excellency Alar Karis. This was the first meeting between the two leaders, and both of them expressed satisfaction at the growing bilateral cooperation in several fields, including especially the IT and digital sphere, and agreed to increase institutional and people-to-people engagements between the two countries.
Foreign Secretary Misri further said that Prime Minister Modi and the French President Macron will be jointly addressing the India-France CEOs Forum.
This evening, Prime Minister will be co-chairing the Prime Minister and the President will be jointly addressing the India-France CEOs Forum. And following that, Prime Minister will depart for Marseille, where also bilateral engagements between him and President Macron are foreseen.
And Foreign Secretary Misri also said Prime Minister Modi interacted with several leaders and representatives of the tech industry.
On the bilateral front, I think the summit adds yet another aspect to the growing India-France strategic partnership. In keeping with our track record of cooperation in a number of areas, whether it's space, defense, nuclear, critical technologies, it's only natural that we cooperate in the artificial intelligence sphere as well. And you'll be seeing as the visit goes on that there will be bilateral deliverables as well on the AI front.
So that was all about the AI Action Summit that has concluded in Paris. In other news, the World Government Summit 2025 opened in Dubai on Tuesday under the theme Shaping Future Governments. The 12th edition of the summit brings together heads of state, government officials and global institutions to explore emerging trends in governance and critical sectors. India's Environment Minister Bhupender Yadav took part in key sessions, including the high-level roundtable on the future of mobility and the XDGs 2045 Ministerial Roundtable. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has urged the global community to join India in co-development and co-production of advanced systems. He said the current global security situation demands innovative approaches and stronger partnerships. He was addressing the Defence Ministers' conclave in the southern Indian city of Bengaluru. DD India's Vishal Baristo has more.
On the second day of Aero India 2025, India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh highlighted the new challenges posed by cyberspace and space technologies.
Increasing number of conflicts is making our world a more unpredictable place. New power plays, new methods and new means of weaponization, increased role of the non-state actors and the disruptive technologies have made the world order more fragile. At the same time, distinction between security of the borders and the internal security is getting blurred as hybrid warfare can target critical national infrastructure even during the peace time. The definition of front line is changing fast today. Moreover, the dimensions of cyberspace and outer space are challenging the established definition of sovereignty.
Defence Minister Singh added that disruptive technologies such as AI, quantum computing, hypersonic weapons and directed energy are transforming the character of warfare, creating new vulnerabilities. He pointed out that international order and peace cannot be ensured from a position of weakness.
And we have put in place a very conducive policy regime which encourages investment and production of an entire range of modern state-of-the-art land and maritime and air systems. India emerges as a global hub for research, development and innovation in defense is a testament to our capability and aspiration.
India's Defence Minister said that the country possesses a vibrant defence startup ecosystem which has the third largest number of unicorns in the world. He highlighted the unparalleled opportunities for collaboration offered by the thriving Indian aerospace and defence sectors, supported by a significant R&D base and an entrepreneurial spirit.
India does not believe in transactional relationships. We believe in mutual capacity building. With these words, the Defence Minister of India, Rajnath Singh, has invited the friendly countries to co-develop and co-produce advanced systems in India. With video journalist Sika Shok in Bengaluru, this is Vishal Baristo for DD India.
While replying to a discussion in the lower house of India's Parliament, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that the country's economy is expected to grow by 6.4%, according to the first advance estimate from the National Statistical Office.
First advanced estimates from NSO have come in. India's economy is expected to grow by 6.4% in real terms and by 9.7% in nominal terms. So during the current financial year, this is the picture which we want to present before you. The inflation trends, particularly food inflation, appears to be moderating.
And now to news from the world of sport. At India's National Games in Uttarakhand, 3 girls from a small town in the neighbouring state of Uttar Pradesh made history. Anushka won the gold, Tanya claimed silver and Nandini took bronze in the women's hammer throw. It's an exclusive report by DD India's Narayan Singh on how athletes hailing from rural India are gaining recognition in various sporting disciplines.
In a historic feat at the National Games, 3 girls from Baghpat in Uttar Pradesh dominated in women's hammer throw event. Anushka clinched gold, Tanya took silver and Nandini secured bronze medal. Their journey began at Sri Krishna Inter College Balyani, a training ground that has produced several international athletes. Their success reflects a larger shift in Indian sports. Small towns and villages, once overlooked, are now producing champions. Athletes like Neeraj Chopra from Khandra and Mirabai Chanu from Nongpok Kangshing have shown that talent thrives beyond metros.
मैं बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हूँ आज इसलिए क्योंकि मेरा गोल्ड आया, इसलिए भी खुश हूँ। मेरे पापा मुझे कराते हैं, यहाँ तक पहुँचाई मेरे पापा ने, तो इसलिए बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हूँ आज मैं।
यहाँ पे इतनी अच्छी हमें फैसिलिटीज़ दी गई है, हमें सिंगल रूम भी प्रोवाइड किया गया है, हमारा डाइट का भी इतना अच्छा यहाँ पे है कि सब खाने का रहने का सब गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा इतना अच्छा है। तो अभी ये लगता है कि इतना सपोर्ट स्पोर्ट्स में अगर पहले से मिलता तो पहले मेडल आने शुरू हो जाते, लेकिन अभी आ रहे हैं।
Government initiatives have played a major role. Khelo India, TOPS, and state-run academies provide financial aid, coaching, and infrastructure. More stadiums and training centers are coming up in rural areas.
तो सबसे बड़ी खुशी की बात यह है, तीनों बेटी हमारी बागपत के श्री कृष्णा इंटर कॉलेज बालेनी के ग्राउंड की छात्रा हैं। बस ऐसे ही सिंपल ग्राउंड है और उसी में बच्चे मेहनत करते हैं और वहाँ पे बाहर के बच्चे भी प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं। अब इनको देख देख के दूर के बच्चे भी वहाँ पे आने लगे हैं प्रैक्टिस के लिए।
India's sporting rise is no longer confined to big cities. Small towns and villages are now at the heart of the nation's success story. With government initiatives and a growing sports culture, young athletes from remote areas are finding the platform they deserve.
Their journey is not just about winning medals, it's about breaking barriers, redefining possibilities, and inspiring future generations. As India strengthens its sports ecosystem, the dream of becoming a global sporting powerhouse no longer seems distant. The next Olympic and world champions may well emerge from the very fields where today's rising stars first picked up their sport. With camera person Uttam, Narayan Singh, DD India, Dehradun.
As the host of the 38th National Games, Uttarakhand has delivered a standout performance. Athletes have excelled in modern pentathlon, canoeing and kayaking, making their presence felt on the national stage. This success stems from the state government's commitment to sports. Watch this exclusive report by our correspondent Narayan Singh.
Like a climber reaching new heights, Uttarakhand is scaling up India's sporting landscape. As the host of the 38th National Games, the state has delivered an impressive performance, excelling in modern pentathlon, canoeing and kayaking, boxing and taekwondo. It all started with A. Chom Tapas winning the first gold medal for Uttarakhand, setting the tone for the state's success.
The state, it motivates all the youngsters to take part in the sports and to live their healthier life.
This success is no accident. The state government has built world-class infrastructure, providing athletes with top-tier facilities. Players have praised these efforts, crediting them for their strong performances.
By seeing the performance of Uttarakhand player, I am very happy because Uttarakhand government has given us a lot of things. They has provided us all the facilities. Uttarakhand has been in the top 10 states in the table, and the performance of players is being improving.
The support which government gave us was unbelievable. First of all, I would like to thank our CM Shri Pushkar Singh Dhami and our sports minister Rekha Arya ji. They have given us 3 camps, each camp of 15 days, which was taken by international coaches.
Investment in training, expert coaching, sports science and modern equipment has transformed the sporting landscape. With improved facilities and growing confidence, Uttarakhand is no longer just a participant, it is a rising force.
Uttarakhand's journey in sports has only just begun. With strong foundation in place and a growing pool of talented athletes, the state is poised for even greater achievements. Continued investment and dedication will only fuel its rise.